What's up? We're going to have our first Whiteboard Wednesday today. I had a really good question as far as nutrition goes, and this is something that I feel like everyone should kind of know. This is the complete basics of nutrition and how to build a plan to eat the best that you can. So eat as healthy as you can, hit your goals, and see awesome results. If you're hitting these nutrition basics, then you are absolutely going to see results. You're absolutely going to gain muscle, you're going to gain strength, you're going to lose fat, and you're going to feel awesome. And you're also going to feel a lot less stressed out because you're not constantly trying to think of all the different things that you can be eating or shouldn't be eating, things like that. So to start off with, we're going to start with our basics here. Complete basics of nutrition. So what you want to think of is adding in your fun food. So this is the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you want to be having whole, nutritious, awesome foods that are making you feel great. 20% of the time you're having those fun foods that might be more processed. They might be the foods that feel like treats or feel like indulgent. And there's nothing wrong with these foods, but having them in moderation is what really makes you feel good, and it doesn't make you feel like you have to go overboard. It doesn't make you feel like you're being too strict on yourself. So to start off with that 80-20 rule, we want to plan in some sort of fun meal in our day. And to start off with, what you want to think of is how many times a day do you usually eat? Are you eating 3 breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then maybe snacks in between? You got to think of what you're eating, and what we'll start off with is kind of like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then in between meals. And we're going to call these meals 1 through, what would that be, 1 through 5. We're not going to call them snacks per se, because snacks make you think that, oh, I can just have a couple grapes and that's a snack, or I can have a couple crackers and then that's a snack. The thing is, if you're eating nutritious whole foods and you're eating enough at each meal, you're not going to feel like you're going to have snacks, and you're not going to crave snacks. So we're going to call these meals. So our meals, we're going to have meal 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are our meals that we're having. And what we want to do first is plan in that fun meal. So let's say it's Friday night, we're going to go out to eat, we're going to have something for meal 5 that is out to eat. We want to plan in this meal. So meal 5, let's say we're going to Texas Roadhouse. That's one of my favorites. So what am I going to have at Texas Roadhouse? I want to plan that in ahead of time. So at Texas Roadhouse, I'm having a sirloin, baked potato, and steamed broccoli. So my sirloin, baked potato, and broccoli. So I planned this in ahead of time. I'm probably going to drink like maybe water, Diet Coke, something like that. That's normally what I would get as far as my Texas Roadhouse drink. You might want like to plan in your wine. Maybe I'm having a glass of wine for this. And this is my fun meal. So whenever I plan in my fun meal, this can be whatever you want. I'm just giving you my example, but I'm planning this out first in my FitnessPal so that I can fill in all the rest so that I'm still hitting my goals and I'm able to have this meal. So it's okay. I get to the restaurant and I don't feel stressed out because I'm looking all around the menu for what's going to fit in my macros. I already know because I planned it out the day before or the day of. I already know. The next step is once you have your fun meal, so step 1, plan your fun meal, 80-20 rule. Step 2 is your vegetables. We want to make sure we're getting some sort of fruit or vegetable with each meal. And what we want to do is plan this out. So you'll notice that with my fun meal, I still had some sort of vegetable because I know that's going to make me feel good. It's going to have more fiber. It's going to feel great. So 1 through 4, we want to plan out a vegetable with each of these. So maybe for breakfast, I'm having spinach for a vegetable. Maybe for lunch, I'm going to have asparagus. And maybe for meal 4, I'm going to have something like Brussels sprouts. I could have peppers. And any of these that you did not include a vegetable in, you could add a fruit in. So that's our goal here, is a fruit or vegetable with each meal. Maybe for my fruit, I'm going to have a banana here. And once you have these, it's going to be a lot easier to think of the meals that are going to go for each of these meals 1 through 4. So my next goal is once I have my fruits and vegetables in, I'm gonna plan my protein, and I wanna hit my protein goal. So in my Fitness Pal, you already have this meal in, and you already added in your spinach, banana, asparagus, and peppers, or whatever you wanna fill in here. This is very flexible to you. So next I wanna plan in my protein to hit my goals. So for each of these meals, depending on what your protein goal is, you're gonna have 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. And that's going to add up pretty fast. You want to get within 10 to 20 grams of your total goal once you're done with all of these. Once you have these kind of an idea in your head, you're able to add in that protein a lot easier. So I know with spinach for breakfast, eggs are going to go perfect with spinach. So I know I'll have eggs or egg whites. For number 2, what goes good with bananas? Probably protein powder. I can make a really easy smoothie with this, so protein powder. Now what goes with asparagus for my lunch? There's so many things that could go with this. I'm going to pick the easy one and say chicken. And then what goes good with peppers? So this again is very open. We could do beef jerky. This is more like your snack option, so this might be smaller than your other meals if you prefer that. So maybe something like beef jerky. And as far as these go, you're gonna plug in the amounts and kind of guess and check until you get to that 10 to 20 grams away from your protein goal. So now I have all those ideas. Now I'm just going to fill it in and hit my total calorie goal. So that's the last step here, is hitting total calories. So how can I fill this in so that I hit my total calories? And each one is going to be a little bit different. Spinach, eggs, I might add in, my go-to is like hash browns, English muffin. I could do pancakes with that. The endless possibilities here. But the goal is finding what's going to work for you and sticking to that for a little bit here. The banana and protein powder, I could add peanut butter. I could even make that into oatmeal, something like that. For meal 3, I can add potatoes, I can add rice, I can add a wrap. Again, endless possibilities here. For number 4, peppers, could do hummus, guacamole, beef jerky and cheese. All of these things are going to add up to my total calories. And that's what the goal is here. Once I have my fun food, plan all this, and I have all my goals hit, and I'm going to be feeling great because I have mostly whole foods in here. I have all of my vegetables, I have some fruits, could even add berries to this as well. And yeah, I'm good to go here. And the kind of goal with this is I planned this out ahead, so I want to execute it. That's the next step. So how would I execute all this if I have a full day of work and I have school and I have kids, I have to run people around? How am I going to hit all of this that I planned out? And that's where we get into our meal prep. And as far as meal prep goes, it's all about getting your groceries and going off of your meal plan to create these foods. And as far as meal prep goes, these are things that you can prep ahead of time. You can prep your chicken ahead of time. You can grab beef jerky from the counter, anything like this. And we'll kind of go into a separate video if you guys are interested in learning more about the meal prep. That's pretty much all I have for you as far as hitting your nutrition basics. I hope this makes it a little simpler and a little easier, and I hope it becomes helpful for you. Thank you guys for watching if you made it this far, and have a good rest of your day.